instead of their kickoff specialist John Potter inactive today, his kickoffs were not going as deep as the Bills had anticipated. This is a short kick. Here comes Reynaud out across the 20-yard line. Johnson, with that solid game last week against Pittsburgh, gets the call. And down to 9. Johnson, the lone setback. Hasselbeck to throw and completes for the first down. Out of the 40-yard line, Kenny Britt refuses. Empty backfield. Johnson is flanked to the far side. The pass comes the other way for Britt. No huddle again for the Titans. Hasselbeck with protection is able to complete for the first down and more. The tight end Craig for the opening drive touchdown. 13 games for that streak. Another completion, but a flag comes in.
Illegal contact. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
It is on the middle linebacker Kelvin's last year with Mike Munchak kind of spreading it out, letting him throw frequently as Chris Johnson. Two wideouts. They swing it. Reynaud gets inside. Good drive here by the Titans. Here's Hasselbeck on the run, able to complete. Britt spun around, a short pickup. 2 yards on this opening drive. Chris Johnson to the outside, and he dives in for the touchdown.
Going back to his first 3 years in the league with Ahmad Hall in front of him. Look how you see Johnson blow up the linebacker. Now CJ's able to get on the perimeter. And I think when the guy's having problems.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a touchdown. All that needs to happen is the ball needs to be inside the pylon for a score.
I don't think it was any
day here in Western New York.
Rob Baronis with the extra point, and for Tennessee, your man out of Troy. And this is McKelvin to the 20. 25 as he broke a tackle, breaks another, and reaches out across the 30-yard line. Nice return.
After the ball was dead, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 92 of the receiving team. 15-yard penalty, which is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Outside the 16, out of the gun. Facing pressure, goes to the screen. Jackson finding some running room. Once again, it's Jackson. And he breaks tackles, getting across with an interception of Ben Roethlisberger in the win over the Steelers. Off the pump, Fitzpatrick throws it away. Ryan Lindell. Fitzpatrick going sideline, and the catch made a beauty by. Once again, it's Jackson. Once again, he breaks tackles. Picked up in space. I think Jordan Babineau had a crack at it and see the movement. And the flag.
This is an infraction. Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. Results on first down.
It is the Bills go with the combination of Jackson and Spiller. C.J. Spiller. He comes in.
After the ball was dead, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, getting the player out of the play. 15-yard player, number 79. Still second down, the down will count.
To the left. Fitzpatrick with running room. Slides inside the 30, covered up by Akeem Ayers in the slot. Fitzpatrick getting protection, completes for the first down.
Got a chance to set his feet.
Once again, 3 receivers. Johnson on the right side. He goes the other way. Spiller putting some moves on. Try to stiff arm, but nothing.
Now the Bills come out in Wildcat.
Well, Brad Smith, and he's going to run. Down in 10. At the Tennessee 24. Fitzpatrick dumps it off. Spiller finding running room. Spiller gets inside the 5. It'll be a first in the backfield. Handoff to Jackson, trying to pick his way. And he's met by Mouton. Alignment. Fitzpatrick looking. Fitzpatrick to Jackson. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Similar concept, but just switching it up now with Fred Jackson and running it the other way. You're going to see both linemen again, Wood and Levitri, out in front.
Now the try for the point after. Ryan Lindell, and a flag is thrown.
False start, offense, number 91. 5-yard penalty, retry from the 7-yard line.
It's called Ryan Lindell in his 13th season out of Washington State. Puts it through, and the game is tied. Nod is back deep for the Titans. Out to the 10. And excellent coverage here by the Bills. That ball may have come low. Johnson is the feature back. Johnson finds the hole. He can explode, and he does. Down to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Teams score on their first drive. Tennessee now scores on its second drive.
Yeah, and if Chris Johnson is ever going to break out, this may be the week. You think about the Baltimore or the Buffalo Bills right now. They're giving up 32 points a game. The run defense has been awful. 175 yards a game on the ground. Backs are averaging 6 yards a carry. Just a terrific run.
Is Baronis for the extra point. 2:43 to go. Smith taking it in front of McKelvin. Smith puts the speed on. Breaks tackles, gets by the kick of Baronis, and he is flying down to the 20, down to the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo.
On defense, on special teams, you see Smith, he just jumps up and gets it. And he's got a big gaping hole. The kicker can't make the play, and you're not going to catch Brad Smith once he gets into the open field.
9-yard kickoff return by Brad Smith. Ryan Lindell, you think?
They might want to change the scheme here a little bit here as we get ready to start the second quarter.
No return for... So here are the Titans back to the offense, and Jamie Harper and 3. The ball is at the 27-yard line. Raynaud hit back behind the line.
Ball against this front.
Titans stay with Raynaud in the backfield. Hasselbeck throwing. The catch is made across the 30. We'll see where they mark the forward progress. About 30 seconds remaining here in this wild first quarter. That pass intended for Britt, not able to hold on. He took a pick thrown by Matt Hasselbeck. Out of the toss. Johnson went to the edge. Not able to empty backfield for Hasselbeck. Hasselbeck appeared to be in trouble and then got it away. Has a first down and more. Back is flanked wide to the left. Hasselbeck goes sideline and he completes. Now Chris Johnson in the backfield for the second down and 6. Off the play action, passes through the hands of the Tennessee with the 3 wideouts. Hasselbeck with a long look and has a wide open receiver. Jared Cook puts the speed on and gets down to the 15-yard line. Johnson, the running back. First down at the 15. Handoff to Johnson. Tries to bounce it outside. Cuts back the other way. But he's fine. Johnson in the backfield. Again, it is Chris Johnson. You can see him dancing around looking for that hole. And Raynaud in the backfield. Hasselbeck throwing to the right flank. He has Wright. And Wright is taken out of bounds. The spot, first and goal. This is Chris Johnson.
The run through.
So Johnson gets to the 1, the handoff to Harper, and he is in for the touchdown.
A good look at the movement they get up front. This Tennessee offensive line has played better. It'll add a huge difference.
Rob Baronis. And Mouton will hold it for Baronis. And he bangs it into the end zone. McKelvin will stay right there. Trailing Tennessee 21-14. Hand off to C.J. Spiller. Looks to make the turn. And then his gang tackle just shy. Bills got the favorable spot. It is a first down picked up by Spiller. The catch by Donald Jones. That 89-yard return. Spiller thought he had the hole, then turned back, reaching out near the 40 from their 40-yard line. Once again, Spiller breaks free. Spiller tripped up across the 40. And when Jackson was sidelined for a couple of games this season, received the opportunity on the screen. Jackson. What a combination with Fred Jackson and C.J. Patrick to this point.
Yeah, we really are, and I think that's important. And it gets back to him trusting his feet, Mark.
Jackson breaking tackles, has the first down. Moves Smith in at quarterback. Hands it off. Spiller makes the turn. Spiller spins his way inside.
Oh, it's just running against that look.
Second down and 3 at the 14. Spiller cuts back the other way. And he is tackled for a loss. Try to make it remains in the backfield. Fitzpatrick able to stand in. He completes inside the 15 in terms of field goal attempts. Only his 4th of the season. And this one is good. So he's forced. It's been wide open AFL-style play in the first half. Reynaud out across the 10. He's to the 20 and scrambles his way to the 3:45 to go, first half. Hasselbeck took a hit and the pass goes Johnson. And he takes the handoff. Oh, he has space. Johnson looked to break away. He's able to cut to the left and then was taken down inside the 45. Touchdowns. First down at the 44-yard line. Here is Harper. He's looking at a 2nd and 9. Once again, Harper, and nothing there. Tried the middle.
Harper with the handoff.
And again for Tennessee at the Buffalo 43. Hasselbeck throwing the bomb and overthrows intended for Kenny Britt. Back in 1993 when he was 6 years old. Bills and Oilers. As Kern gets it away. And the fair catch made by McKelvin. Now these two friends
To Kevin Dyson.
Frank now a broadcaster for the Tennessee Titans. The color commentator. That is dropped by Jackson. Inside handoff to Jackson. He found the hole and brings it across the 20.
Get moved for Frank Wycheck.
Third down play. Fitzpatrick with a bullet and has a first down. Steve
Fitzpatrick's go-to guy, especially versus man coverage.
Making a defensive keeper from the end of the run, 15 yards automatic. First down.
Jackson. Fitzpatrick off the roll. Oh, that was a dangerous pass. Nearly. Second down and 10. T.J. Graham.
This week was good for the Bills.
Third and 4. And the completion for the first down. Fred Jackson makes the catch. Down to the left for this 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick looking that way and now goes incomplete. Actually, Stevie Johnson leading back is Jackson. And takes the inside handoff, but the play is blown dead.
False start.
And the call
for 75
on Buffalo.
5-yard penalty is still
It's on the left tackle, Chris
There'll be no
Hairston, who moved
10-second
over from
runoff as the
right
clock
tackle. He
runs
had been playing for the injured at the Tennessee 36. Fitzpatrick underneath. Donald Jones met immediately. Out of the gun, Fitzpatrick swings it. Here's Jackson. Tried to get out of bounds to stop the clock, but did not. He hit from 31 earlier. And this one is good. It just did squeeze in. McKelvin and Smith are back deep for Buffalo. This is McKelvin. Out to the 15. Angles his way to the 30. Picks up speed once again. Poor coverage. as we get underway in the third quarter, and a flag is tossed.
False start. Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty is still first.
It is on, and I'm sure his wife appreciates it. Oh, this time Fitzpatrick took a pounding, lost the ball, recovered by Tennessee. Phenomenal in the first half. Britt is lined up now to the right. They go to the ground. This is Johnson. Down to 9. Hasselbeck with the short set. Hasselbeck throwing end zone. A diving attempt. Nate Washington
being equal. He's going to work away from Gilmore and go after Williams.
Pass caught by Kendall Wright, and he's on the move. They go 4 wideouts. Johnson talking with the coaching staff of the Titans against the Buffalo Bills. Second down and 10. Hasselbeck with a bullet pass. It is caught at inside the 10 by Damian Williams.
Patrick this season.
First and goal at the 10-yard line. Johnson gets inside the 5. He kept going, took a hit. 12 carries, 148 yards for Johnson. Off the fake, Hasselbeck now throws on the bootleg. It is incomplete. Fullback Quinn Johnson. Here's Harper. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Just watch the movement they get up front. A little late getting off the ball. The tight ends, they get walked back, but it doesn't really.
Kickers in the NFL. And pounds it through for Tennessee. Leotis McKelvin and Brad Smith. On back, it's a short kick played by Smith. And Smith getting across the 30-yard line. 10 at the 34. C.J. Spiller in the backfield and takes the handoff. Has that little delay move. Gets out of the gun. Quick pitch to the far side. This is Spiller. Has the first down. 9 yards. He's run for 48, maintaining the 7-yard per carry average. The completion to Donald Jones. Nice talk. Just to get it out here. What's going on here defensively? Fitzpatrick able to flip it to Jackson.
A lot of parity right now in the AFC.
Spiller makes a nice move, and then he's turned back.
We're still trying to sort him out.
Third down and 1. Off the roll, Fitzpatrick has the first down, and Spiller with another down at the Tennessee 15. Fitzpatrick throws, end zone, touchdown! Donald Jones with the diving catch.
This is a big-time throw by Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you just see Donald Jones working on the safety. Michael Grip definitely down 2. The card tells you to go for it, but this early in the game, I think you take the field goal, or take the extra point. Kickers.
I would think you were very annoying.
Kickers are very sensitive guys.
Here is Radon with the return. Gets it across the 25 up near the 30. Let's see where they mark his forward progress. To the backfield. First down at the 32-yard line. Johnson finds the opening and is able to get out to the 40-yard line. Again, Johnson this time to the outside. Play fake to Johnson. Hasselbeck in trouble. Johnson, the feature back. Hasselbeck off the fake. He throws deep downfield. It is incomplete, intended for Damian to the left. Empty backfield. Hasselbeck completes, but well short of a first down. Kenny Britthead is back at his 17. Nice punt. Kelvin let it go, and it ends up, good decision, ends up in the end zone. They'll bring it out.
From the Go-Go's, that's right.
Yeah.
Former lead singer of the Go-Go's.
Buffalo back in possession, and Fitzpatrick just dumps it off, as he was 19 of 24, including that last throwaway. Jackson broke a tackle and scrambles his way to the 20. Bad stereotype.
Yeah, that's a bad stereotype.
I'm sorry. Jackson has a first down. No, I'm thinking he's thinking to mention it. He's a gunslinger.
That's his mentality.
And when you do that, you're going to make mistakes. No mistake there as he hits the 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 45-yard line. And again, some room for Jackson to hold. Anything goes on Quickie Quiz. Fred Jackson is able to break free. 35-yard line. Spiller has returned to the backfield. Spiller to the outside. Oh, he takes a pop and keeps going. And picked up 7. It's a 2nd down and 3. Spiller. This time is stopped in his tracks. Time is running out. Running down in this 3rd quarter. Fitzpatrick throws. Stevie Johnson. Touchdown. Here is Ryan Lindell for the extra point.
Good job they do up front. Now they're going to turn the offensive line and make a razor call. The back's going to come over, and he's going to block the end man on the line of scrimmage. They empty out the middle of the field because he's responsible in coverage, and now all of a sudden you've got one-on-one coverage and the middle of the field open. This is just too easy for Stevie Johnson and Ryan Fitzpatrick.
The kick by Lindell. It's a short kick. Raynaud got a good block. Across the 20. Try to cut back. And that is the end. And the Bills have taken a 34-28 lead. Chris Johnson for Tennessee gets the call. 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. Deep drop by Hasselbeck. Goes to the screen. Johnson taken down. 3 wideouts for Tennessee. Hasselbeck. A diving catch is made by Damian Williams. He gets the reps, and now Hasselbeck has come on the last couple of games because of his shoulder injury. This is Johnson. And 5. The ball goes to Johnson. Angles off the left side, and he is stopped. Hasselbeck on the roll. Completes right at the marker for a first down. Out of the 47, Washington flanks out to the left side. It's back to the ground. Jamie Hopper.
Carolina and Dallas.
Full house backfield. And Hasselbeck decided to throw it away with Hasselbeck's pass is dropped. Raynaud.
That off quick enough.
There was no play before the snap to lay it in. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
They charged up in the second half. It has improved immeasurably. Hasselbeck in trouble, able to complete underneath. Raynaud battling his way, but short, way short of a first down. Leotis McKelvin back behind his 10. Good hang time. Fair catch called for. Takes it just in. But Scott Chandler, the tight end, in motion. Spiller somehow was able to work his way through. Getting out to the phenomenal, has carried now 11 times for 70 yards, so he has surpassed that. Stevie Johnson working so well with Ryan Fitzpatrick after they got their 28. Spiller gets the handoff once again. Trying to get to the edge, at least particularly in the 4th quarter. Fitzpatrick guns it. Scott Chandler out of the 44.
Accurate he's been.
But this one is coming back, Rich, on a hold. They place it back at the 19. Fitzpatrick with a dump off. He had nowhere to go. Spiller is hit for a loss. Just testing. Fitzpatrick couldn't find anybody and slides across the 20. Rookie from Florida State, signed as a free agent, replacing Brian Mormon.
Ooh. Not his best effort.
Nope. Shanked it. Chris Johnson is the lone D-back. Hasselbeck broken up, and a flag comes in.
Before the pass, holding defense number 23. 5-yard penalty automatic. First down.
Rich, that's at the 41-yard line. Hasselbeck on a slant finds Nate Washington for the Titans. Hasselbeck in trouble. Has to throw it away. Good. And 6. Hasselbeck going underneath but shy of a first down. Nate Washington on the reception, but just under 4 to go on the 4th. Hasselbeck's pass is dropped. Dropped up. 28 Bills lead the Titans. Buffalo taking over on downs as Fred Jackson gets the call and moves close to the 40. Picks up
Big plays on the offensive side of the ball.
nice fake. Spiller off the swing pass, but no Fitzpatrick. Throws sideline, and it is picked off. Takes over at midfield. Chris Johnson in the backfield, but Hasselbeck looks to throw, and down he goes. Kyle Williams with second sack for Buffalo. Hasselbeck throwing. Washington has the ball knocked out of his hands. He was at the marker. The ball was not free. And apparently it went out of bounds. Play in the 4th. Chris Johnson in the backfield takes the header. That's the first down and more. Putting moves out across the 30. Down to the 20. And run out of bounds. Chris shot first down at the 16. Hasselbeck with the handoff. This time it's Harper, and he is hit. Second and 10. Hasselbeck standing in and throws. It is incomplete. Intended for that division. Out of the gun. Hasselbeck looks. He completes. He has Nate Washington, but short of a first.
The play here that has answers for man, has answers for zone, and has answers for blitz.
4th and 9. Hasselbeck to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Nate Washington.
They have it situational, bring pressure, but they get too deep. And now the safety's stuck. He's trying to cover the tight end inside, and he leaves Nate Washington alone on the outside. See George Wilson, he's looking to his right to cover the tight end, and he's not able to help the corner on Nate Washington.
It is extra point by one of the best in the business, Rob Baronis. And puts it through as the blocker waiting in the wings. Smith and McKelvin are back. Deep kick, and Leotis McKelvin will stay right there. The Jackson is flanked to the left side. Here they come. Fitzpatrick able to find Jackson. Across the 25. Buffalo does have 2 out of 45 seconds to play. This time he goes underneath. The catch by
Receivers back inside. Make Buffalo use that timeout.
Fitzpatrick looking left, goes right, and was nearly picked off on a deflection. Obviously pick up the first down right here. Fitzpatrick's pass is way off the mark, intended for Steve of the season a year ago against Buffalo, and this one is over. They can just run it out. Johnson, 18 carries, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hasselbeck, 22 of 33, 205 yards and a touchdown. 8 different receivers targeted by Hasselbeck for the Titans. Their first road win of the season. They go to 3-4, very much alive for a playoff spot the way things are going throughout the NFL this season. And